Hello. So today my art snacks came in again. They were a little bit late because of the 4th of July. But they're here. I don't know what happened. They should have arrived Thursday, but there was a delay, so they didn't come until today, Saturday. So let's see what we got today. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. There's a lollipop, sharpener. And this is why I really like the ink, because I'm really familiar with ink, so that's what I'm used to working with. So hopefully the tools will be something that I can work with real easily, while at the same time offering me something to experiment with. So let's see what we got. Alright, so we got, it looks like a woodless color pencil from Cretacolor. Aqua Monolith. Oh, you know, actually, it might be, I guess it's a watercolor actually. So you just draw with this, and then you apply water with a brush or whatever, and you get the washes without needing the pans or anything like that. And then we got a round number 2. What is that? Oh, just a point of the pencil. Round number 2 Connoisseur Round. This looks pretty good. That should do alright. So let's see what we can create. Okay, so several things as far as this month's art snacks goes. Overall, I mean, it worked all well together. I didn't really use this much for watercoloring, just because it didn't really stick out on the page. So I just used it more for the sketch. Maybe I'll use it more for watercoloring later. I'll try it. I'm not really a big watercolorist, so I'm not sure. As far as the ink goes, my experiences with Higgins inks has been negative. I don't know if it's just been bad luck or what, but one time when I bought a Higgins bottle of ink, the ink was old and it was lumpy, and it wouldn't go into the pen nib. So I had to return that. I eventually got a better one, which worked alright. This one works alright too. But I mean, I don't know if I haven't used Higgins black ink, so I don't know how well that one works. I don't know if it's just because of the color doesn't jump off the page like it does with black ink. Because I mean, overall this brush is pretty good. You get some fine lines, but it's kind of hard to do that. I mean, I think you could do a few drawings with this just to get started with ink and brush. If you want to try that and don't want to buy an expensive brush like the Winsor Newton Series 7. It's a good starter brush. But if you do want to try out these brushes, I would recommend you guys check out either of these 3 inks. I've had good results with all of them. The first one being the Pilot ink, which is this one. The only thing with this one is it's not very dark when you put it down, so that might bother you a bit. But you get a good, it's not super thick, so it comes off the brush real easily. With the Dr. Martens Bombay Black, this one's a lot darker, a lot thicker, also a lot more kind of sticky, I guess you could say. So there's a lot more on the brush. You have to do a lot more wiping off on a towel or something, because otherwise you'll just get a big blob of ink. But it's good for real deep blacks. Then the Deleter ink, I think this one's like the best of the best of these two. So you get it's sort of in between. It's not too thick, not too thin like the Pilot ink. Also, it's a little bit waterproof, not a whole lot. This is the number 3. There is a number something or other that's completely waterproof, I hear. But I like the number 3. This one you get some pretty thin lines and some really thick lines. You can't really get with the Bombay, at least not with this brush. So check any of these 3 out. You can buy these 2 on Jet Pens, and this one you can buy like any art supply store. Then as far as the sharpener goes, I mean, it's a pretty good sharpener, but I mean, it has the huge sharpener for those big pencils you use when you're in kindergarten. So so essentially that's like 50% something I'm not going to be using. So that's kind of a waste. I mean, it's a pretty good, feels like a pretty good sharpener. It's really light. It sharpens pretty well, alright, I guess. So yeah, I'll probably play around with these a little bit more. See what I come up with. So see you next time.